Today, we're diving into one of mythology's most incredible love stories. Seriously, it's this timeless tale about attraction, forbidden secrets, and a longing that literally bridges the gap between mortals and gods. It tells us so much about desire and the human soul itself. Okay, just imagine this for a second. You've met the love of your life, but you can only be with them in complete and total darkness. Your entire relationship is built on trust, and you know that one forbidden peak, just one glance, could shatter everything. That's the knife's edge that Eros and Psyche live on. So, how does a story like this even get started? Well, let's meet our main characters, beginning with a mortal princess whose beauty is so off the charts, it ends up causing some major divine drama. Her name is Psyche, and she's not just beautiful, she is so stunning that people actually start worshiping her instead of Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Now, you can probably guess that for a goddess like Aphrodite, this was a huge problem. Her divine pride quickly turned into some seriously dangerous jealousy. So Aphrodite, absolutely furious, orders her son Eros, yep, the god of desire himself, to get her revenge. The plan? Make Psyche fall in love with the most hideous monster he can find. But the second Eros lays eyes on her, the whole plan just falls apart. It's like he was hit by one of his own arrows. The god of desire suddenly becomes a victim of it. So through some mysterious magic, Psyche gets whisked away to this incredible, invisible palace. And every single night, a lover comes to her in the dark. Their whole world, their entire relationship is built on touch and voice and this incredibly fragile trust. But there's always this question hanging in the air. Is he a god or is he the monster she was told about? And that doubt, it starts to eat away at her. And this, right here, is where everything starts to unravel. You've got this intense love mixed with this creeping fear. The secrecy, the doubt, it all builds up to one single, life-altering choice. Psyche's sisters come to visit her, and let's just say they're not exactly supportive. They are so jealous. They plant these horrible seeds of fear in her mind, telling her, he's not a man, he's a giant serpent. He's just waiting for the right moment to devour you. And their words just prey on her deepest anxieties. She can't take it anymore. Torn between the love she feels and the terror they've described, Psyche has to know the truth. So, as her lover sleeps, she breaks the one and only rule between them. With a trembling hand, she lights a small oil lamp, ready to see the face of the man, or monster, in her bed. And the shock is just immense. She was expecting something horrible, a monster. Instead, the lamplight reveals pure, divine perfection. It's Eros, the god of desire, more beautiful than she could have ever imagined. She's so in awe that her hand shakes, and a single drop of hot oil falls from the lamp right onto his shoulder. Eros wakes up instantly, and the look on his face, it's not just pain, it's this deep, soul-shattering look of betrayal. And just like that, poof, he's gone. The palace, the magic, it all vanishes, and Psyche is left all alone in the dark. Completely heartbroken, Psyche's journey is far from over. In fact, you could say the real test has just begun. If she ever wants to see Eros again, she now has to face the full, terrifying wrath of his mother, Aphrodite. Aphrodite is not playing around. She gives Psyche a series of tasks that are designed to be absolutely impossible. Sort a giant pile of mixed-up grains before morning. Get golden wool from deadly, ferocious rams. And the big one, travel down to the underworld itself. These aren't just physical challenges. They're designed to break her spirit completely. But this is where the story shows us what it's really about. Because against all odds, with a little help from the natural world, Psyche completes every single task. Her journey shows us that real love isn't just about that initial spark of passion. It's about having the grit and the perseverance to get through the impossible. And that brings us to the final act. I mean, Psyche has literally been to hell and back, but there's one last tricky test waiting for her, a final temptation that's going to decide everything. So for her last task, she has to go to the underworld and bring back a box that supposedly holds a piece of divine beauty. And Aphrodite gives her one very clear command: whatever you do, do not open that box. But, after everything she's been through, the desire to feel beautiful enough, to feel worthy of a god like Eros, well, it's pretty overwhelming. And in a moment of pure human curiosity and insecurity, she opens it. But there's no beauty inside. There's only an enchanted, death-like sleep. Psyche just collapses, right there on the path, seemingly defeated right at the finish line. But here is the beautiful part. Eros, now healed from his burn and having seen everything she went through for him, has forgiven her. He finds her lying there, and he doesn't come back with anger. He comes back with a love that's also been tested. He gently wipes the sleep from her eyes and wakes her with a touch. Desire isn't a secret anymore. It's a choice made in the light. And this is where the whole story just clicks into place. Her name, Psyche, is literally the ancient Greek word for the soul. This whole time we've been watching an allegory. It's the story of the human soul, being tested and pushed to its limits, learning what it truly means to unite with love. So, what are we supposed to take away from all this? Well, a few big things. First, that real intimacy is built on a trust that's way deeper than just what you can see. Second, that love isn't something you just find, it's something you fight for through unbelievable challenges. And finally, it gives us this beautiful idea that the soul and desire, after being put through the fire, can come together to create a love that's immortal. And that leaves us with a question that's just as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. The story of Eros and Psyche is more than a myth. It's like a map of the human heart. And it forces us to ask ourselves, what trials are we willing to endure for the love we truly desire?